Morning YouTube, how are you this morning? This is Jillie Freeman and I am here to do another installment of Wednesday Tarot Wisdom with Jillie. So thanks for joining me this Wednesday. I wonder how your week is going, how you're making it through, how you're handling your joys and your challenges. It's been a little bit of a challenging week here. I think the heat is really, summertime, so of course it's going to be hot. And the heat is getting to me a little bit, I got to tell you. It's a little oppressive, but we've got another month at least to go with this, so it's a test of how we handle our challenges, isn't it? You know, what do we do in the midst of challenge? All right, let's see. What does Spirit want us to know for the rest of our week, for our midweek and for the rest of our week? What wisdom does Spirit want to give us? I am using, of course, my beloved Druidcraft Tarot today. And, whoops! Sorry, that wasn't a jumper. That was like a stack of jumpers that fell out. I'm using my Druidcraft Tarot, and I'm going to read an oracle from the Wisdom of Avalon here in a bit. So let's see. All right. Let's pick two from here. I'm going to pick my keyboard up and move it. I'm working with this crystal today too. This is a citrine point. I don't know if you can see how sparkly that is. It's really gorgeous. And as I said, I've been having a little bit of a challenging week. And so generally when challenging weeks hit, or when something hits me like that's a challenge, I am a Cancer rising, so it always hits me in like my watery parts, in my in my emotions, in my solar plexus chakra. So I've been kind of working with that this week to try to especially yesterday and today, to try to unblock some things. So let's see. I'll pick from here and here. All right, what have we got? Those aside. So we've got the Seven of Wands, challenges. Why, yes, there are. Gosh, this is about holding your ground. It's about, this card really looks like the guy is on top and wanting to stay on top. So there's that competition thing going on, and truly that's not what I'm getting here. I'm getting more just of challenges and trying to keep things at bay, trying to hold things at bay, trying to keep everything, trying to keep all the plates spinning. Did you ever see, I don't know if this translates to other countries, and it certainly was a long, long time ago, but back in the day, you can probably look it up on YouTube. There was a variety show called The Ed Sullivan Show back in the early 60s. I barely remember it. But what I do remember is the plate spinners. So they would get a plate up on a pole, and they'd start spinning it, and the next one spinning. And, they'd have like, I don't know, 10 or 12 of these plates all going and spinning on these poles. And that's what I feel like this card is like. Trying to keep... trying to stay on top, trying to keep it together. What's this one? Oh boy. So now we've got, geez, the Nine of Swords. And honestly, I call this the oh shit card, because doesn't it look like this person is waking up in bed and saying, oh shit, what have I done? Or, what was that dream? This card in particular sort of reminds me of, you know, A Christmas Carol. Now, in the Rider-Waite deck, the thing that I love about the card is that in the Rider-Waite deck, the blanket is covered in symbols. And it is the symbols, I believe, of the planets. The glyphs of the planets are on there. And so you have this feeling like whatever it is, it's okay. There's, because you're covered. You know, the universe is watching out for you. And I think that's what we need to remember from this. You know, yes, there are going to be challenges. Yes, there are going to be oh shit moments. But the universe is watching out for us. There is always a lesson. There is, you know, always something to be gleaned from the situation, and something that Spirit wants us to know, wants us to pick up on for our own spiritual path. And when we can do that, when we can learn the lesson and pick up on that spiritual path, then it's like we move forward, we surge forward, and that lesson doesn't necessarily have to be learned again. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you're, you know, you looked at those two cards and thought, oh, geez, Jill, why? All right, let's look at, okay, so this is the Wisdom from Avalon's deck. This was one of the first Oracle card decks I bought. I bought this one and the other one that I've been using, which is what is it called? I looked there like I could see it from here. Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. And I love that deck. Whoops. If you can see this, it's a mess. Oh my. All right. Yeah, it's been a week. But it's Wednesday. It's hump day, people. It is hump day. And as I said, the universe is going to take us through. I know it. I just know it. It's okay. It is okay. And that card came face up. Oh, my word. All right. One more. Let's see. One more good shuffle. All right. Cut it. Okay. I'm not going to tell you yet. All right. This one says the Queen. Woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, and friendship. So there she is. So yay! Dun, da, da. Woman comes to save the day. Isn't that the way it goes? All right, let me, I'm going to go and get my magnifier over here for a second. So excuse me, 1 second, be right back. All right. Oh. On this to Pete, and it's dead. So I'm going to plug her in. Oh my gosh, this is funny. All right. There we go. I was using it to look at some cards. Okay, number 4. Let's see what we have to say here. No, I opened right to her. That's a good sign. All right. Fertility, beauty, female sexual energy, earthly pleasures, and friendships among women. The Queen summons you to bestow her gifts upon you so that you can revel in the beauty of life. The Queen appears to remind you of the importance of self-esteem, self-worth, and holding your head high. Now is the time to set boundaries with others with gentle authority yet try not to be isolated from them in the process. The Queen knows how to delegate authority when she needs to. Summon your inner Queen and ask for what you need. The Queen also asks whether you've been having fun. Maybe you need to read a good book with a cup of cocoa or iced tea these days, right? Go to a spa or make plans with your pals. Look after yourself and remember to nurture your friendships. The Queen knows that she needs allies in the world to sustain her, and in return, she shares her wealth with you. If you're inquiring about a specific female and your relationship to her, the Queen stands to represent her, which will bode well or not so well, depending upon which other cards flank her. This card also represents pregnancy, either as a metaphor or as the miracle of life itself. The Queen is always a powerful omen and ally. Okay. So, what I was thinking about while I read that, as it comes with these two cards, is that, yes, you know, as I said before, we've got challenges. There are challenges ahead of us for this week. Maybe you guys, some of you feel like you're in the midst of it. You know, challenges can push us forward. They can hold us down. And sometimes we can feel like there's so much in front of us. There's so much challenge. There's just not a way through. And certainly, this is the moment where everything just comes tumbling down upon us, and we wonder, where is the light? Where is our hope? Where is it ever going to be okay? And what I'm going to tell you here is, yes, of course it is. The universe has us covered, as I said to you before, but also look for a strong woman in your life. Look for somebody that you can go to as a mentor or as a friend, as someone who loves you unconditionally, and more than that, is wise enough to give you the love you need and kick you in the ass to move you forward. This isn't just about getting us through. This is about growth. It's about wanting to go forward and grow forward. And so sometimes that takes a little push, right? So this is what I want for you to remember today. I hope this really helps you. I hope that, honestly, I hope that this is Wednesday, it's hump day. I hope that your week goes forward and that you get through these challenges and these oh shit moments in your life. And I want you to know that it will be okay. You stand strong and you stand tall, and you find the people that you need to help you and mentor you to move you forward. And until next time, I will see you again. Bye-bye. Take care.